good to speak to you. How are you feeling? We did the squad announcement, didn't we? How are you feeling now?
Yeah, very, very good, very good. I've said all along I thought England would win it every chance. I thought it was them or France, but obviously it's them and Spain in the final. And what an opportunity. What an opportunity for these players. Unbelievable opportunity.
Yeah, it is an opportunity, isn't it? Do you think they go in as underdogs, though, to this game?
Yeah, maybe, because of the way Spain have played. But I didn't really have Spain as a threat before the tournament. But it just shows you, they've done well. They've played as a team. And they've done it the hard way. They've had harder games. But it's a one-off game. It's a one-off game. Whoever gets in the moment, whoever performs on the day, it's not a give me for either team. They've got some young players, Spain as well, that'll be very, very nervous. And it's whoever performs on the day. It's honestly, it's a heads or tails game, in my opinion.
OK, so what does he do? Does he stick or twist? Do you think he'll name an unchanged team and formation for this one?
It's a real difficult one. Gareth's in a right dilemma here because the back three's worked a treat, but the way Spain play, it suits Spain down to the ground. England playing a back three because of Williams and Yamal on the wings, they stay wide. And if you play a three at the back, then all of a sudden it's all right Walker going out to Williams, but will Gay want to go out to Yamal? And for me, I think it's one of them situations where I would have played a back four in this game. I played Walker and Trippier because I played Trippier there in a four because Yamal wants to come back on his left and Trippier's right-footed, so it suits Trippier. But going forward, Shaw gives us more. For me, it's the first team to blink here. It's the first team to blink. They will let England play. England were outstanding in the first half against Holland because Holland just opened the game up. Spain will do exactly the same. But it'll be who blinks first, and will Yamal and Williams have to come tracking back, or will they just stay up front and open the game up and make it a polo pitch?
Yeah, I mean, they've been immense for Spain, haven't they, those two on the wings. In terms of what England have done and what they've got right, you yourself, came on as a substitute, the finishers, as they're called now. What have you made of those players? The fact that we saw Cole Palmer connecting with Ollie Watkins for that epic goal to get us here. They've been brilliant, haven't they?
Been outstanding, and that's why I always said England. That's why I always said England would win this tournament because their squad's immense. It's an amazing squad. They make 5 substitutions, and then 5 substitutions will make them stronger. They don't weaken the team. With Spain, I don't see that with Spain. They've got a good 11, maybe a good 13. England have got a good 22, 25, 26. So for me, England have the advantage there, but they've got to stay in the game. They've got to stay in the game.
What about Rodri? What sort of threat is he going to pose? Because, we've got Mainoo in that position right now in terms of both those midfields. And we know what happened in the FA Cup final. Mainoo got the better of him, didn't he?
He did, and he's been outstanding in this tournament. The lad the young kids that have done amazing in this tournament. The lad at Turkey, Yamal, Mainoo. Have been absolutely phenomenal. You just got to put in perspective the young age of these kids, and they're playing at the top level. This is the World Cup without Brazil. Without Brazil and Colombia, this is the World Cup. And for me, they've been absolutely amazing. So, but they've got to turn up. Mainoo got the better of Rodri. Rodri's the best in the world. He's the best in the world. He's got to do it again on the big stage. We know Rodri turns up week in, week out with big, big goals and big performances. And it's up to Mainoo today to make history, tomorrow, to make history. They go and win this Euros. It'll just be amazing, phenomenal. I'm nervous, so I dread to think what the players are going to be like.
Yeah, that's interesting you talk about your nerves because, we're allowed to have nerves. They've got to put them to bed, haven't they, for tomorrow? They've got to squash everything that they might be feeling to get onto that pitch.
100%, 100%. Tonight they'll be restless. It'll be hard. Of course it will. They'll be playing the game over in their minds, the players. The one thing is to start well tomorrow. Got to start well. We've had bad 45 minutes in this tournament against a lot lesser teams than Spain. If we have a bad 45 minutes against Spain, and we have had some bad ones, we will get demolished. But if we can turn in a performance like the first half in the first game and against Holland in the first half, we have every chance, and I expect us to win it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Look, we've got to talk about Lamine Yamal, because he's, what, 17 today? It's ridiculous, isn't it? And he's absolutely tearing it up at these Euros. What were you doing when you were 17, Merse?
I don't know. Probably in Tenerife or somewhere like that, wasn't I? I don't know. Honestly, I just can't express to the public how good this kid is. I just can't express. You know, for he's 17. You know, 17 yesterday or today. His decision making is phenomenal for a kid of his age. Is mind blowing. You know, if he doesn't beat players and cut inside, his weight of pass is perfect. He makes the right decision. Honestly, he's just mind blowing. And Mainoo. You know, they're young kids playing in the creme de la creme of a tournament. You know, we should be lauding these players. You know, they've been phenomenal.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. Got a little lad down here that's having a little tantrum, and he's tearful.
Yeah,
so he's not an England fan, and that's a sign for tomorrow.
My little one's in the other room having one as well.
Oh no! So that's why you're shutting the door on him.
Yeah, my wife's shopping, so yeah, I've got two little ones going mad.
Oh God, we can't leave him in another room. Look, we'll sort that out in a minute, but I won't try and keep you too long then.
No problem.
What would, just put it into perspective for us, Merse, what would it mean for that first trophy since 1966? It's 58 years we've suffered, so what would it really mean?
You know what, Vicky, in my lifetime, I never thought this would happen. I really didn't. You know, we've had some unbelievable football teams, unbelievable players playing for England. But every tournament we go to now, I expect us to win it. I do. I expect us to win it. I think we've got exceptional players. They just got to perform on the day. You know, you don't want to be known as a team that are a nearly team, that get to the final or the semi or the quarter and then they don't produce. You have to produce. And it's down to tonight. They've worked hard, and they have worked hard. You know, it hasn't been great sometimes, but they've dug in. You know, a goal in the last 30 seconds, Bellingham, a penalty shootout, a last-minute goal, Watkins. You know, sometimes you start thinking, is it written in the stars for us? And, you know, we've rode our luck, but we're there. We haven't played that great, and we're in a European Champions Euros final. So, for me, just got to perform tomorrow. If they perform and they play to their best ability, they can win. If they do that and get beat, we all hold our hands up and we go, you know what, Spain are a good team. But we don't want to have a 45 minutes or a 90 minutes like we have had in the group stages in certain games. And that would be a disappointment.
What does he do, Merse? What does Gareth Southgate do? You know, win? Does he stay, or does he go with his head held high? Lose? Does he go with his head held high? What does he do? What do you think he should do?
I would stay. I would stay. It's the pinnacle. It's the ultimate. You're never going to get any higher than this. You know, your England manager. It's every Englishman manager's dream is to manage their country, and he's the manager. Don't throw that away. Don't walk away. You stay. You stay till the FA want to get rid of you. You know, you don't. England are there. You know, they got in a final again. You know, they were close last time. You know, the World Cup's 2 years away. These chances don't come along too often, Vicky. It's never going to come along for Gareth again. So don't walk away, or, you know, stay. And he's been amazing. You know, they've had a lot of stick, England. They've had a lot of stick, Vicky, of all of us. And he's held his head up high. He hasn't lost his temper. He hasn't been, you know, tongue-in-cheek with little snidey remarks to journalists. He's gone out there. He's backed the players. And I think he's been an absolute credit. And I hope he wins it. And, you know, and come what Monday or come what the new year, will be a Sir Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, I hear you. I can hear your child crying, I think, because it's coming through into my ears. Do you need to go to them?
Wants her dummy, but I've got it, just in case.
Oh, this is killing me more, I think. I'm not going to keep you very...
tomorrow.
Look, Merse, I know I am going to let you go. Gore, they've started drumming behind me as well. It's all going on. But in terms of that criticism, you know, you did talk about the fact that he has come up against it, hasn't he? Do you think any of it has been warranted? The fact he's got England to yet another final, that should just be proof enough that he's the right man doing the right things at the right time.
He's the right man. You know, we've had Capello, who's one of the greatest managers of all time. He hasn't done that success. He might have had a better win rate, but it's all about winning in the big games, in the big tournaments, not against your San Marinos and your Liechtensteins and your Lithuanians. No disrespect to them. But he's performed, he's produced. You know, for me, he's been outstanding. We have given criticism because you live in the moment. You only talk about that game. But the all-round picture is it's for England to win it. If England win this Euros, in 20 years' time, we've won it. No one can tell me how France got only 98 in their group stages when they won the World Cup. We all remember them beating Brazil, destroying Brazil, but we don't remember the group games. And that's all it comes down to. Is they've won, and that's what it's all about. And you know, that's our jobs. We've got to be honest, and we've got to be critical. You know, and the public are not silly. You know, you can't pull the wool over the public. Sometimes it hasn't been great. Holland first half was amazing, and they keep on performing and they keep on digging in, and the substitutions have all worked. There hasn't been a substitution that hasn't worked yet.
Yeah. All right, I'm letting you go because I can't bear it any longer for your poor child. But in one word, Merse, it's coming home, right?
You know, Vicky, we win by the odd goal or we get destroyed. One or the other. One or the other. If we have a 45 minutes like we have,
beautifully on the fence.
I'm just giving you the honest opinion. If we play to our best, if both teams play to their best ability, we win. If both teams play 8 out of 10, we win. Right. We got a better squad, we win. But it's not that easy. You know, that's why we love football, because anything can happen on any given day. And we just hope it's our day.